Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer were co-stars on the hit show Friends, where they played an on-again, off-again couple, and at one point had an actual crush on each other off the set.
Point we were both crushing hard on each other, but it was like two ships passing because one of us was always in a relationship. So, and we never crossed that boundary, we respected that. When we had breaks from rehearsal, there were moments we would cuddle on a couch or something.
We would just spoon.
And I'm thinking, how did not everyone know we're crushing on each other?
We knew.
Yeah, we knew for sure.
The two have remained close friends over the years, even after their show ended. And I wanted to look up their synastry chart because they had such great chemistry. Now, full disclaimer, Jennifer Aniston's real birth time is available for knowledge online, but David Schwimmer's is not. So any aspect involving ascendant and midheaven is not going to be discussed on David's part for accuracy. Synastry is the combination of two individual birth charts and will let you know how your energies and someone else's will mesh. Your synastry chart isn't reflective of a several years long relationship. That's your composite chart, but synastry will be accurate for the first few years and especially as you're getting to know someone initially. It's all very interesting, so let's get into it. David Schwimmer was born on November 2nd, 1966 in New York City, making him a Scorpio. And Jennifer Aniston was born February 11th, 1969 in Los Angeles, California, making her an Aquarius. Their strongest aspects are as follows. Saturn trine Mars. This aspect indicates a harmonious balance between someone with a calmer demeanor, which would be David in this case, as he is the Saturn person here, and someone with a more exciting personality like Jennifer, who is represented by Mars. Saturn is a very disciplined planet, and Mars is very fiery and passionate, and the trine indicates a balance between the two, where the differences in their approach to their environment didn't cause issues, but rather was very balanced. So when Jennifer wanted to move things forward and had a new idea, David was likely the one who created a path for that idea to come into play by mapping out what they were going to do. So if she was the funnel, he was the container who filtered out her ideas and made them whole and complete. They also have Saturn square Moon, where again, David is represented by Saturn and Jennifer is the moon here. So that emotional intensity on her part is often met with a perceived blockage. She may have felt she had to be very mature around David and saw him as someone who didn't like silliness, which may or may not have been true, but it's what she felt around him. This could lead to a lack of expression of feelings, which can be painful. So this might explain why the both of them never discussed their romantic feelings with each other in real life, because perhaps she felt he wouldn't like her, and this couldn't have been further from the truth on David's part. Jupiter sextile Uranus, with David as Jupiter and Jennifer as Uranus, means they often came up with great ideas together. Because there is this encouragement to dream big, because the other person is going to really get your ideas and expound upon them. So as Uranus, Jennifer probably always had the unique ideas, and David as Jupiter would have really expanded those ideas and saw her vision. Maybe because she was more excitable and unique, she contributed a lot to the chemistry their characters showcased on screen, because she had the ideas of what to do with those characters and he supported those ideas. Mercury trine North Node. David is Mercury, which represents intelligence and communication, and Jennifer's North Node, which represents life path. This harmonious trine indicates that they were excellent at communicating with each other. They likely had very amazing and deep conversations that stimulated Jennifer's growth. David's Mercury sign is in Sagittarius, meaning he is a philosophical person in nature, likes to speak on topics that will evoke a sense of freedom, like travel and culture, and likely metaphysical things as well. And Jen's North Node in Aries indicates she has been learning in this lifetime to embrace assertive energy and to be confident in her own path and not be passive. So these conversations with someone like David, who spoke of freedom and independence, would have been stimulating to someone like her trying to learn those lessons. Her moon is in Sagittarius as well, so she may have felt these inclinations to be free and curious and more fun and lively, but he spoke about them, and so she was very receptive to the topics he often touched on with her.
Jen, she amazes me, also very generous, warm person. Always puts the other person first, and I think it's a gift.
Schwimmy Schwimster is, we have a lot of history. He's all right. Really smart and helps me figure out things that I don't understand. I can be really honest with David and speak my mind, and I really appreciate you letting me.
He likely was very inspiring to her and played a part in her becoming a stronger or more brave person. We already established she may have seen him as being a very together type of person. So this aspect just further exemplifies that she may have looked up to him in a lot of ways and found him inspiring. Uranus square moon. David is Uranus here and Jennifer the moon. This indicates a clash where Jennifer may have felt at times that she couldn't reach David in an emotional place. We talked before with that initial aspect about how she may have felt too childish for him. This kind of expands that. To her, he seemed very independent, and this was probably very true, and so he brought out a lot of emotions from her. Her wanting more connection with him than he was perhaps willing to give. This, of course, is very interesting because they admittedly have crushes on each other, and obviously those feelings never came to a real romantic relationship. Mercury sextile Uranus and Uranus sextile Mars made their relationship very exciting and stimulating intellectually. A very inspiring relationship, as I said before. They felt inspired by each other's ideas and support. Jupiter trine North Node, where David is Jupiter and Jennifer is North Node, is fun because David's actual Jupiter sign is actually in Leo, and wherever your Jupiter is where you find luck when you embrace that part of your personality. And to have it in Leo means David got all of his lucky breaks when he was confident and not afraid to share himself like a Leo. And Jen's North Node is in Aries, so she needed to learn how to do that, how to go for it with gusto and confidence. So her relationship with David helped her with her confidence. And there was another aspect involving North Node where we knew that to be true. Knowing David really helped Jennifer on her path to being a stronger, more brave person, because those are qualities she saw him express naturally. Now let's get into these Chiron aspects. They had a few, and Chiron represents the wounded healer. It is the part of our core personality that still needs healing. And they had Chiron trine Mars as an aspect. David is Chiron and Jennifer is Mars here, and this indicates David helped to give Jennifer perspective. By being himself, he taught her how to express her unique energies in a deeper way. So this is a common theme in their relationship, where he helps to funnel her energy by being that support. They also have Chiron square moon, and the reverse moon square Chiron means they can both easily trigger each other because the mere presence of each other reminded them of what still needed to be healed. So we talked about how much growth they stimulated in each other, and these aspects further highlight that, as well as their Mercury trine Chiron, which has David as Mercury and Jen as Chiron, and indicates an ability for Jennifer to feel understood by David's intellectual capacity to express what she is feeling. Neptune conjunct Mars, where David is Neptune and Jennifer is the Mars, indicates a dynamic in their relationship where David is seen as a spiritual teacher or leader, and Jennifer has a more bold personality that can be balanced by David's more tempered one. But it's a conjunction, so it's not totally harmonious. So the negative part of the aspect is that this is frustrating to them, where she's frustrated by his laid-back personality and he's frustrated by her impulsiveness. Neptune square Sun was also interesting because Jennifer is the Sun and David again Neptune, and this means a level of unconscious deception could take place where Jennifer may have put David on a pedestal he didn't ask to be on, and so they could feel deceived if any kind of mistake is made by David that blew away her perception of him. And we did talk about how she looked up to him in a lot of ways. Lastly, I want to mention they have Jupiter sextile Jupiter as well as Mercury sextile Mercury. Jupiter sextile Jupiter is just a harmonious blend of their personalities when they are acting as their best selves, as their Jupiter selves. And their connection brings on more opportunities together than apart. Also, Mercury sextile Mercury means they had an ease in communication because there was so much understanding, which we got from other aspects as well. His Mercury was in Sagittarius and hers in Aquarius, so they both have a way of communicating very big ideas, which makes for stimulating conversation. Overall, they had a very beautiful relationship. There's clearly a lot of support, a lot of excitement, and a lot of inspiration that comes out of their connection. They would have probably been great as a couple, but I think they made even better friends. No pun intended. And not that it really matters fundamentally, but they also didn't have enough Venus aspects to indicate romantic interest in each other. There was more so a mutual understanding of each other and support. So again, great friends, and this made for great chemistry on screen. For more videos like this, subscribe and leave a comment for requests. This video is a request from a subscriber. If you like your chart read by me, then click the link below, and also shop my spiritual clothing store where I sell t-shirts for like-minded people who are also into astrology and spirituality. You can shop the link below as well. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.